What's going on, everyone? Welcome on into a Falcons Mailbag. We recorded today's episode during our live show, which airs every single Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to be on the next Mailbag, tune in then and ask your question in the chat. First one coming in from Cheesecake. Any chance of a Haason Reddick trade with his holdout? How awesome would it be if somehow Atlanta walked away with Judon and Reddick after talking about them all August long and then getting one of the two? But I don't want to say it's a 0% chance because the Falcons' pass rush has been bad just from a number standpoint through the first 3 weeks of the season. They are 31st in sacks, 31st in pressure. So if the Jets, which by the way have such a headache on their hands of giving up an asset, a draft pick, for an investment that is just opting not to play. I mean, just think about that from a business standpoint. What a horrible transaction that is. I think at this point they should just cut their losses and get something for Reddick, which they are getting something right now, which is a lot of money because he gets fined every single practice and game he does not go to, and he's building up a huge amount of fines. So I think there's a little bit of mistakes on his end as well, but still, he is determined. So I would not be opposed for Atlanta to go, hey, New York, remember when we called last month and we offered you a fourth and you said, no, get out of here, he's going to play. Well, it's almost Halloween, he's still not playing. Our offer has gone down. It's now a fifth. And now you can get, you have to extend Reddick or give him something. More guaranteed money, I don't know. But at this point, with how bad the pass rush has been, 3 sacks from just 2 players in 3 weeks, I'm game to give it a shot. So should Atlanta trade for Haason Reddick? Give me a yes or give me a no in the comment section below what you think about the Jets pass rusher holding out. Next question coming in from Nicholas Clover. Hey, Matthew, do you think the Carolina Panthers beat the Bengals or the Beagles on Sunday? I think the Bengals are going to whomp the Panthers. This is the classic interim head coach boost, backup quarterback boost, where everyone else feels like, hey, we got to kind of pick up our act a little bit, help out the backup, help out the interim, and no one's counting on us, and we just have this new amount of energy put into the locker room, and you see that boost. It happened with Raheem Morris when Dan Quinn was fired. Then it all comes crashing down to earth. It's going to come crashing down to earth to a very desperate winless Bengals team. So, Nicholas, I got the Bengals by 90. Next one coming in from Rayanne. Do you think Bijan's going to be out this week? He was limited on Thursday with a shoulder injury. So, it's a little bit concerning because he wasn't on the injury report Wednesday, which suggests it may have happened in practice. And, of course, there's nothing worse than an injury in practice because it feels like it was so pointless. We're filming this on Thursday, so all I can do is predict what's going to happen in the future when you guys are potentially watching this. But I'm going to say Robinson plays on Sunday against the Aints. Lav S. Is our pass rush that weak, or is it just because they've been trying to contain mobile QBs so far? That's a good question, Lav. Let's go through the quarterbacks. Justin Fields, definitely mobile. Jalen Hurts, definitely mobile. Patrick Mahomes is very good at scrambling. They don't design runs for Mahomes. So I don't think the containment falls on the plate of Judon and Lorenzo Carter. Like, if you want a quarterback spy for those guys, okay, let's have Caden Ellis. Let's have Troy Anderson do that. If you want to contain the quarterback on certain plays and situations based on the down and distance, fine. If you want to contain him on 1st and 10, so be it. But on 3rd and 10, they're not looking to run. They're looking to pass. So the pass rushers on an obvious passing situation should have their ears pinned back. And this is what we have so far. Just not good enough. I don't think that we can chalk it up to they've been trying to contain mobile QBs. Justin Fields took a boatload of sacks in Chicago. Him and Russell Wilson took more sacks than anyone else. They weren't afraid about him running then when they were sacking him. So I don't buy that as the reason, Lav. I like the idea, though. I can understand how you landed there, but no, I'm going to reject this idea. Deadwater. Captain Kirk's going to toss over 275 yards this week. He's gotten better as the weeks have gone on. Week 1, I kind of want a sit down, you know what I mean? Like a 60 minutes documentary on what was the Falcons' game plan. I've never seen a team so drastically change their game plan from one week to the next. No snaps under center week 1, and then week 2, they finally incorporate play action under center, pistol, shotgun. So I don't know if Kirk's Achilles was just 1 week away from being healthy enough to get him under center, but he's gotten better every single week. Give me the over on 275 yards, Deadwater. Appreciate your question. We have some more questions to get to in just a moment here, but I do want to quickly plug this awesome Falcons hoodie that is 25% off at chatsports.com/ATL hoodie. So if you want to up your Falcons wardrobe with the fall and winter around the corner and save some money in the process, use our exclusive link to get, I think it's a pretty sick Falcons hoodie, 25% off, thanks to our friends over at Fanatics. We got a super chat question from Bentley. We need to take advantage of the Saints' injuries. Saints come into this matchup pretty banged up. No Eric McCoy, they're starting. No Eric McCoy, they're starting center. Cesar Ruiz is banged up as well. Alvin Kamara is banged up. Alante Taylor, Demario Davis. This is the Wednesday to Thursday injury report. Like, they have a long list of injuries. So, yeah, I don't think anyone should be kicking back and going, they're missing some key guys or they're not quite 100%. This should be a runaway game for the Falcons. They're all pros. The backups are not as bad as we often think they are compared to the starters. So there should be advantages taken if there's no Demario Davis. All right, let's attack the middle of the defense because that's his jurisdiction. You know what I mean? If there's no Alante Taylor, which seems unlikely with an illness. He'll probably be healthy by Sunday, but let's attack that side of the field. So I would love to see that definitely unfold, but I don't think we should look at that as a foregone conclusion for Atlanta's success. Deadwater, in retrospect, are you feeling like the referees helped Kansas City steal one last week in Atlanta? Did they miss the call on Kyle Pitts in the end zone? Without a doubt. Did they make up for that? I would say so. I mean, very quickly, the Chiefs DBs were dinged with 2 soft-ish penalties to kind of make up for the Falcons' lack of a call in the end zone. I would rather have had first and goal at the 1, but at the end of the day, the Chiefs definitely seem to get the benefit of the doubt, and as frustrating as that is, I do think that's somewhat of a product of being a really good team. Like, when you're great, you get the calls. That's not new. It's not unique to the Chiefs. It happens across all sports. It's happened for decades. So I think the Chiefs definitely got the benefit of the doubt on some calls on Sunday, but that's playing Patrick Mahomes. Joshua Terry, what are your thoughts on the idea of being thrown around for a Penix QB sneak? Don't like it. Kirk Cousins is not going to do a QB sneak. There's a growing trend of a lot of quarterbacks that don't do QB sneaks. Mahomes does not do QB sneaks. I know Deshaun Watson does not do QB sneaks. I know Kirk Cousins doesn't really do QB sneaks. I'm not really interested in, hey, Penix, we know that you have 2 bad shoulders and 2 torn ACLs from your days in college, but how do you feel about running into a 300-pound wall in front of you, which is about actually, 2,000 pounds collected? And that's your only contribution to this team. So I don't think it's the greatest idea to use Penix in that way. It screams, oh my God, can't you kind of picture the headline? The Atlanta Falcons are the dumbest team in the NFL. They use their rookie quarterback who was injury-prone in college for a quarterback sneak, and he hurt his shoulder. All for 1 yard, I think we can come up with another way to get a yard. Josh, appreciate your question, though. Dat one Falcons fan. What are the odds that Justin Simmons and A.J. Terrell get a pick 6 off Derek Carr? Are we saying both of them get a pick 6 or just one of them? One of them, okay. Derek Carr definitely gives pick 6 vibes. If I'm going through quarterbacks right now in the NFL, that if I close my eyes and I can picture them throwing a pick 6, Derek Carr's on that list. Daniel Jones is high up on that list. Daniel Jones is the president of that club. Will Levis gives major pick six vibes. Kirk Cousins gives pick vibes. Maybe a little bit of pick six vibes. Who'd you have? Kyler? No, because Kyler can get those little legs. He'll run him down. That's the growing list I have right now. If we still had Tannehill, he'd be on that board as well. So let me get a Justin Simmons pick six. Which, by the way, would be incredible just because Saints fans felt like Justin Simmons was a foregone conclusion to New Orleans. How sweet would it be to watch Simmons pick off a guy that fan base thought would be on their side for this game? Last question rolling in from Archangel. I know the history says it won't work, but who knows? We may have a stud or two in our rookie class that we have yet to really play. Get them out on the field. Raheem Morris has chalked up no rookies playing due to a lot of veterans at those groups that are playing well. And yeah, I don't think the veteran defensive linemen have been playing poorly, but to not even have them suit up on Sundays, it just really makes me concerned about what's going on at practice if your second-round draft pick is a healthy scratch. It's just inactive. Like, that's a concern. Now, it's only been a few weeks, so I'm not going to freak out too much, but yeah, I'm definitely going to explore what's going on here. All right, before we let you guys get on out of here, who you got for week 4? Falcons or the Aints? I only want to see ATLs in the comment section, so spam ATL down below if you got the Dirty Birds getting back to 500.